going on? What's going on? Born for Sports. You have reached the OG Knicks Fan Show, and we are here to talk about tonight's post game of the Knicks Celtics season opener. I got my guys with me here. T, Ray, what's goody, bro? What's going on, y'all?
Oh man, Nutcracker season has just begun. I ain't have a Nutcracker shit in over like 6-7 months. So I'm thinking about it,
man.
tonight, but
We got
it's
we
only
got 81.
so I'm
We got 81 more games to go. I'm ready for the roller coaster ride, man.
yeah,
For sure. For sure. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. First, before we start, for the new audience members out there, this is the OG Knicks Fan Show. You want to talk Knicks? You want to get the real about the Knicks? Whether good or bad, you come pull up here. Me and my guys, we always going to give it to y'all real, and we got more guests to come as the season go on. It's all about the Knicks. Listen, we're going to talk about this game tonight, man. And it was a rough one. It was rough to watch. It was, Knicks lose the home home opener for Boston on the season opening night, ring night, 132-109. Listen, man, the Celtics, man, they came out ready to fire and play, man. They were juiced up, no doubt about it.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I think they're playing with a vengeance this year, especially the way they've been treated over the summer. You got to think about like Jaylen Brown being left off, the Olympic team, and
Right.
then treated Jason Tatum. So, you already knew that they was going to come in, firing on all cylinders.
For sure.
I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. You got to think about it. They was like one of the best 3-point shooting teams last year. So
yeah, that's what they do. I mean, last year that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They go out there and they wanna have Tatum and Brown do what they do, create, and just surround them with 3-point shooters. Even at the 5 when the Porzingis is healthy, who didn't even play tonight.
yeah, Al Horford was hitting them too. So
Yeah.
Al Horford hitting them. You had Tatum was hitting them. Brown was hitting them. Who else? Even the guy off the Pritchard was hitting them.
Pritchard, yeah, man. Yeah.
You know,
I mean, they all were hitting. Let's be honest. They couldn't miss. They could not miss tonight, bro. It was crazy. It was like 2K out there. It was just everything going in, bro. Ray, it's on you. What you think, man?
I definitely agree with T.
Yeah, me too.
This team, for some odd reason, plays were disrespected over the summertime. You got Jaylen Brown being left off on the USA team. Then you got Jason Tatum not getting any playing time. So, this team, they definitely playing with a chip on their shoulders, and they definitely gave us a dose of that tonight. So, not to discredit what they did tonight, they shot a high volume of threes that cannot be stopped. Even if the shots were contested, uncontested, they weren't missing at all. However, this is the first game out of 82 games. So, for any fellow Knicks fans that are watching, listen, it's don't go into panic mode. I know how
We're gonna get
defenses
into
play.
we're gonna definitely get into that. Yeah, because we
listen,
already
man,
know there's gonna be some, but yeah.
definitely. We're just gonna put this game behind us, and we're gonna get ready for the home opener against the Pacers on Friday.
For
Knicks
sure.
on fire right now. I ain't even go, but I just know they're on fire.
Who's on fire?
I said Knicks Twitter. Knicks Twitter's put on fire.
Ooh, I know it is.
Yeah.
You know, there's just some that just can't help themselves, and they just gonna panic city right away. And how that go? Let's get to the chat real quick. Clifford Clerval, what's up, brother? How you feeling, man? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, bro? Let's go, Knicks. Checking in. Let's get it, baby. Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the show. Oh, my boy Eric. What's good, Eric? What's up, bro? What's good? That's Eric West Clark. What's good, bro? Boston was unconscious. Can't be bad at this. No, I don't think we can. They were on fire, man. I mean, they came out juiced on ring night. No doubt about it. They were juiced up. They were juiced up. and they hit 29 freaking threes, bro. 29 threes. They were trying to set the record the last 6 minutes of the game. It was crazy. Like it's like T and Ray said. If Boston is shooting that good a percentage from behind the arc, you're dead. You're cooked. It don't matter who out there. It don't matter what team they playing. They're that good. That kind of team. Obviously, the Knicks have a lot to work on defense perimeter because that was the problem tonight. The offense was not the problem. There's some things they need to get better offensively, of course, and that'll come with chemistry and all of that. But the offense really was not the issue tonight. They just got so far behind to play catch up because Boston just couldn't miss a three for nothing. The defense, mainly the perimeter, has to get better. It has to. Also, Eric says Boston got a chip, has been disrespected all summer. Yeah, no doubt about it. As T mentioned and Ray agreed with, and I do, they have a chip to play with. We were talking off air. There was also some talk during the telecast about how they was upset about against Tatum not getting minutes on the Olympic team. They have a chip on the shoulder. And also, let's be honest, they didn't have that strong a road to that ring last year.
Yeah.
And a lot of things. And they had to hear that a lot in the offseason. And it's true. It's true. Both can be true. It really was. They played teams that were not on their level injured with their stars. So they had to hear all that. And that's not taking away anything from their team. They were the best team last year. They deserved their rings. But they had to hear that. They had to hear about other things. Hey, they was ready, man. They was ready tonight. What y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have a great season. I mean, we shouldn't sleep on them at all. And it just seems like, with us, we try to, mirror our team after them, build our team after them, they have stretch five and us getting Karl Anthony Towns. So, they're not no slouch. They're not going to go down like that. So.
T, before you continue, bro, let's let the world see that shirt. I love that shirt, bro. I love that shirt. Come on. Let them see it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I had to let them see that. Yeah, let them see that, bro. I love that shirt, by the way. I had to let that be seen. I want everybody to peep that. The OG Knicks Fan Show, y'all. This is what it's all about, man. And I definitely agree with you, T. No doubt about it. Cliff also, all right. What he said? Oh, okay. He's talking to you, T. Go ahead. You can take it from there.
No, this is a Haitian saying,
Oh, yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Yes, sir.
Blades checking in. AMAC was goody. I'm more concerned about our defense than offense. No doubt about it. That is definitely the more of the issue tonight was the defense. There's no doubt. It has to be better. No doubt about it. It has to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just was one of those things where I didn't like so much of the switching off the screens and stuff. It was just it's one thing if you're gonna switch, but it was lazy switching. I don't like that. And I know Thibodeau don't like that either. He gonna whip him in the lab for the next couple of days behind that. But I don't like that. I just felt like it was a lot of lazy kind of switching at the arc, at the key a lot. I don't know, man. That has to get better. And it's always, let's be honest, it's been the Achilles heel of the Knicks for years. We always complain about their perimeter defense, but definitely tonight, that was a problem. That was definitely a problem. What y'all think about that?
Most definitely. You guys addressed the number one concern, which was the defense. Also, what bothered me low key was I felt like we didn't really get Cat involved. Being that he's a hybrid big. I felt like we could have ran some high pick and rolls with him. We didn't use that at all, and I felt like we should have used that to our advantage because Porzingis is not currently playing, and but once again, like I previously stated on Facebook, that this team has to go through some growing pains. And I feel like, with the intelligence and the talent that this team brings, they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, we had two brand new starters on the team. So this is a brand new team. These guys had to learn each other and build
Yeah.
new chemistry. So
Yeah.
once
Yeah.
again,
I agree.
it's definitely going we're gonna have our moments where it's just gonna be growing pains. But this team, they're gonna weather the storm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, this is why, when you have four new rotation players into your team, especially on a trade shakeup before training camp started. We talked about this already on another show. It's gonna take time. It's not like they had an off season together. It's not like how that goes. Off season chemistry,
Mhm.
pickup games with Towns and all. They didn't have that. They didn't have that. So it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. And Knicks fans got to be patient. We all got to be patient. We want results right away, but we got to be patient because
That's it.
the talent is there. Is it a complete product? I still think we need maybe another piece for the bench, but that's down the road.
Mhm.
That's down the road. We got what we got, and we can win with what we have as long as we get that chemistry going. Tatum was just unbelievable tonight with his shot. I mean, he had
Yeah, he was
37 and 10. He was
unconscious.
dominant. He was dominant. He was
Yeah.
the dominant player, best player on the floor, no doubt about it. What's up, T? What do you think about that?
With Tatum is. I mean, I think he'll be considered for MVP this year. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, he's playing with a chip in his shoulder because he got disrespected over the summer. So you already know how he's coming. Pause.
Oh,
You
yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's always had the talent. We all know how talented Tatum is. There's been questions about in the past if he has enough dog. Listen, they got the ring. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Just because Jaylen Brown showed he had that dog more in that series, he was just that good in that series against Dallas. That doesn't take away of how talented Tatum is. And if you're if the NBA is gonna see this kind of Tatum night in and night out, Boston's gonna be that damn tough to beat, man. Even more than
Yeah,
last
man. Yo, all season I'm gonna say thanks Kerr. He did this.
year.
Thanks Steve Kerr.
Yep.
This is your fault.
This is
So,
all his fault for that Olympic.
he might have maybe this is the push that Jason Tatum needed. So, he got disrespected in front
Yeah.
of national television. Everybody was watching the Olympics to see this disrespect. Now it's like I gotta prove to everybody that, they can I curse on this feed?
Feel free to say whatever you want,
Listen,
bro.
man, they gonna realize that they fucked up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And it's one of those things, you don't poke the bear. You don't poke the bear. You don't do that. They're coming off a championship.
Mhm.
Listen, Celtics are the best team in the league. We know that. As much as we hate to say it, us being Knicks fans, we hate the Celtics, but it is what it is.
It
They
is what
are
it
in
is.
our way. They are in our way where we want to be. They are in the throne that we want to one day get to. So it's gonna have to go through them and every team in the league for that matter. You know what I'm
And he
saying?
had 10 assists too. Oh shit, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he had 10 dimes, bro. Easy too. And he could have had more than that, to be honest, but they missed a couple of threes when they were trying to break the record the last 6 minutes, so it was one of those. So yeah, he was the dominant player on the floor tonight, no doubt about it. Now, as far as the Knicks players, Brunson had 22 points, but it didn't feel like a Brunson game, really. It felt like one of those, he was trying to do what he could, trying to play catch up. And like I said, the lead just got out of control where they were totally out of their offense in the second half. But he had 22 points, 4 turnovers, but he had 22. And, he was doing what he could. But, it is what it is. It just wasn't our night tonight. It just
That's it.
wasn't. And I definitely want to hear from the number one JB president of the JB fan club, as Ray always likes to say. What are your thoughts on JB tonight? What is your thoughts on how he played?
Listen, man, I gotta give my props to Listen, Jalen Brown had him on lock, a couple of stretches, you know.
Yeah.
But one thing I appreciate about Jalen Brunson, he don't let that get to his head. He
No
has
doubt
so
about it.
much, in his bag that like, all right, cool. If he's catching me over here, all right, cool. I'm gonna bust another trick. Let me see if he can defend that. So,
Sure.
you
Sure.
know, yeah, this is the most I ever seen Jalen Brunson commit turnovers in such fashion. But
Yeah.
um,
Mhm.
listen, he's a very smart player. This is
Oh, we know JB
he,
gonna be fine.
yeah, yeah,
We
he
know.
gonna learn from it. He gonna move on from it. But
One of the best players in the East and in the
that's
NBA.
it.
We not worried about Brunson at all. Not at all. And if anyone tries to come in here and tell us about we worried about Brunson, you might as well log off because we not doing that tonight.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah,
It was
definitely
definitely hard 22. He
Oh,
really had 22 points. It was a hard 22, even though it was a little bit
yeah.
not.
out of reach. The game's a little bit out of reach, but it was still he had to work hard to get that
He had to
22.
work.
No doubt about it. They made them work, man. And
Yeah.
that's what the good teams do, when against other teams, better players, they make them work, man. And they made them work. It was a hard 22, like you said, T. It was. Yeah, he was 9 of 14 from the field, 1 or 2 from the 3-point line, but only got to the line 3 times. So they made him work. They
Yeah.
made him work. No doubt about it. And
Even though I'm sorry to cut you off, George.
no, all good. Go ahead.
There was some calls that I definitely disagree, definitely with the blocking foul with Jalen Brunson, but
Yeah.
that's another
Yeah.
topic for another day.
Yeah, well, we ain't never getting no calls in Boston. We could
Yeah,
we
yeah,
could put that in the back. We're never gonna. No team gets calls in Boston, and we know the Knicks ain't getting calls in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
They use Brunson as a pinata all the time in the league. Let's hope finally this year that the NBA doesn't let them disrespect Brunson. I'm talking about any team we play in the league. Like, give this man his star calls like he deserves. Like, we don't need to see that this year, like we did last year, And I know that there's people out there that try to say, "Oh, he initiates contact too much. He be flopping." No, he does not flop. He knows how to absorb contact and draw fouls like
draw
the
fouls.
other elite players in the league do. He's elite. Call the fouls, refs. I just need to get that out of my system because I couldn't take that last year.
You could have Tibbs saying he's getting fouled. He's getting fouled.
Yeah.
He's getting fouled. He's
Yeah.
getting fouled.
Yeah. Like even Tibbs couldn't even take it no more. Like let's hope we don't have to get another one of those from him too. I mean, like, come on. This is like every year the same old thing. Let's get to that chat real quick. Let's see here. All right.
Oh yeah,
Deuce was a big bright spot, no doubt about it. Deuce was the bright spot. It's funny my guy Eric said that. And I'm just gonna go right to it. As far as the top player, my top player today was Deuce. He had 22 off the bench. Carried us. He was our best player tonight. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean, 22 points off the bench. He shot 8 for 10. Listen,
Yeah.
man, and listen, I'm looking at his numbers right now, and he
Yeah.
shot 4 for 5 from the perimeter, which is crazy.
Absolutely. And we're gonna need that.
Definitely gonna need that for sure.
Yeah, because the Knicks, they have some things to figure out for the bench. There was talk today that they're looking at some players for some shooting help. So we know the names. I don't want to put too many names out because I don't want to get excited until I see something done in print. But there's some names out there. The Knicks are being said to be targeting. There's some shooting issues they need to take care of. Deuce, listen, let's be honest. Deuce is our sixth man. He's our guy. He's our guy. He's got to be the guy every night that's gonna not only take the pressure off of Brunson, okay, when he needs to sit, but he's got to carry the load on that bench scoring, man. Especially if Josh Hart is going to be in the starting lineup. So a good sign that Deuce came out to play, looked very good tonight against an elite team. So that's a good sign going forward, I think. What you think, T?
Yeah, I mean, he played well. I mean, hats off to him. So Hopefully he can continue to play well. And you know, the thing with Josh, right? I think Josh Hart. I know there was some talk about him trying to find his role in the offense, but if
Mm.
he could play like that Draymond Green role, you get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, because once when Josh get the ball, like he's already like gunning. He's
yeah,
already gunning. He's already gunning down the court, trying to get people involved. So he necessarily don't have to look for his shot, but if he'll look for others, and distribute the ball, like how Draymond is to, with Golden State, play that
yeah,
role, I think he'll be
Mhm.
fine. But there's been time. I mean, even like there's been a few times in which Brunson passes him, and he was just like timid, like we
yeah. I know. I
Very
saw that.
hesitant. Yeah.
give you the opportunity to shoot, and then it's just like he like freezes up and then he doesn't know what to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So partially is not on the point guard. He has to take, responsibility, for the way he's playing as well. You can't be like, okay, you know what? Let me go to the bench because I'll get more opportunities to shoot. But no, when
yeah.
given the opportunity, you got to take advantage,
No
so
doubt about it. No doubt about it.
even if you got to put the ball on the floor, put the ball on the floor just to see the shot go in. That'll help with your confidence, whenever you're shooting jump shots. That's probably what he needs to do. But
Absolutely. Yep.
like
I
I
agree
said,
with you there, T. I feel like Josh Hart, like I feel like he has like I think he tries to play it safe. He feels like he always trying to make the right play. Obviously, as you can see, he's a team first player.
oh yeah, he
So
is.
he's
Yeah.
always
No
looking
doubt about it.
to get everybody involved. He likes to push the pace. He's always looking to grab boards. He do so many things outside of, all right, I need to be aggressive on offense.
Mm,
And I just think if he just plays with the flow and just don't think too much and just let the game just vibe out, I think he'll
Straight
be
like
perfectly
that. Yep.
fine, because I just think that he just tried to make the right play every time.
mhm.
And it causes him to be hesitant on the court. And you know, it sometimes it's not good all the time because you're bound to make a mistake that you didn't intentionally, didn't want to make.
Totally agree with you, Ray. I totally agree with you as well, T. I think he just needs to find balance of, like you said, playing the team ball game, but
Mhm.
also being aggressive when your shot is there. You got to take them.
Right.
You got to make the defense pay, because if you don't, that hurts the team more than helps, because at the end of the day, they know you're not going to shoot. They're going to leave you open. Then now they want to lag off of you
Yeah,
and pay attention more to a scorer who we need to score and is, could get a possibly better shot. You got to make them respect you. You can't play 4-on-5 offensively. Can't do it. Can't do it. And this was kind of the pattern with him last year, if you guys remember last year. He started off slow, just like
yeah.
he did, and he kind of was saying the same things. Oh, I'm trying to find my role and la 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 and all of that. Then I think you know,
After
he,
All Star break,
yeah,
his
after all, yeah,
three
exactly,
pointers went up. After,
exactly. He found his nick,
I
and it was, and the ironic part about that was it happened when all the injuries hit,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden, okay, I know what I got to do. Let me keep doing it, and then it go, because he couldn't hit a three for nothing last year early in the season. I remember that. And then we all saw what ended up happening as the season went on. He made big shot after big shot for us down the stretch. So let's just hope he gets that together much earlier than he did last year.
yeah. We need the
Agreed.
Josh that played well against the 76ers.
Oh yeah,
The
oh
Josh
yeah,
we need.
that would be a big help, man.
He made
That
them.
would be a big help.
Remember, he hit that 3-point shot.
Yeah,
To in game 6.
yep,
Brunson kicked it out to him.
yep. What was that? Game 1, right? Game 1 at the Garden,
Yeah, and
and
then
also to seal the series in Game 6 in Philly.
yeah, Brunson owed him that from the time when he didn't pass it to him during
Yeah,
Miami. So I guess they kind of like
yeah,
talked about that. Like, yo, you should have. I was open, So
yeah,
kicked it out to him. Brunson got double teamed when he took it to the hole. Kicked it
yeah,
out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart hit the 3. Game over. Series over. We won. So
yeah.
I think he'll get it together. You know, as far as Cat is concerned, you know, to your point, Ray, about what you said about Cat,
Mhm.
I liked what he did. Like he didn't really settle for the jump shot a lot, but he did take it to the hole. You
He
know,
did.
he did.
Yeah, he did. He
He
did.
played back to the basket, and that's what I wanted to see from Cat. I mean, you know, it's still kind of early, you know, but if we could
Mhm.
see that more, you know, going throughout the season, man, we're gonna be all right. If he can, you know, he gotta, you know, he has to mix it up. You know, he
Mhm.
outside,
Mhm.
outside. But I like the majority of shots that he hit was from, you know, inside the paint.
Yeah.
I
He took it
I
to the
agree.
basket very well. Yep.
To the back.
And you know, and now he has the opportunity to play the five because you know, being in Minnesota, he was the four. You had Gobert being the five. So now he can really show the world that, you know what, I can play my back to the basket. You know, I could do these things down low. I'm not just a jump shooting big man. So
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, see, I definitely agree with you. He definitely showed us, you know, he got that in his bag. Um,
Yeah,
but
9, 12
I, I,
points, I think.
I gotta say, I think Tibbs. I think this is the season that he really has to open the bench. Um, I believe it or not, I like the bench plays that we have. You
Mhm.
know, with Kolek, um, Cameron Payne. You know, even though this was a blowout effort, I did like what I seen from him when he came off the bench.
Yeah,
So he may
Yeah.
have to extend that 8-man rotation to 10 and see how it falls in. I
yeah.
Yeah.
definitely get those guys involved this season for
Mhm.
sure.
But when they came in, they weren't scared. That's for sure. They attacked.
Hmm.
Olik attacked. Even Dottie had a couple of good plays
Couple
there.
of threes, yeah, he had a
Yeah,
couple of
yeah.
threes.
So
But
they looked like they was something.
Dade is going to be real good.
I
He's
like
I
that kid.
agree.
I
he's a,
like that kid.
he played
Hmm.
well in the preseason, so he's a sleeper. So you know
Yep.
we need to develop and groom him. You know, so
It
Facts.
would be huge if we could develop that kid because come bringing him as a scoring wing off the bench. Oh man, that would be a huge,
yeah,
huge development. But it'll take time for him. You know, he's a young kid. You know, I'm sure they trust him enough. The fact that they're giving him minutes. You know, and they that was kind of like a we want to get your feet wet out here. It's your first NBA game. We're not going to push you against the champs, but be ready because we're gonna might have to go to. At least that's what I'm hoping
mhm.
Tibbs is gonna do. But I also as you guys mentioned, Towns debuted tonight, 12 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. Looking at the numbers, he shot 5 of 9 from the field. Now, that's my only issue. I need him more aggressive. That's all. I need him more aggressive in his offense. And I think that's gonna come with time. Because like we said, chemistry is gonna build up here. They're figuring things out. The trade happened so late right before training camp started. So there's got to be some time for these guys. But I just thought as the season go on, there's gonna have to be games where the ball might have to run through Towns on certain nights. You know what I'm saying? And this could have been a night for that, just to give the Boston a different look. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously they were trying to collapse Brunson every time he had the ball when he was in the game. You know what I'm saying? And Towns was kind of playing the team game, like we said. He didn't force anything, but I thought he could have been a little more aggressive with his shot. You know what I'm saying? But as far as shot taking, but the good sign is that he didn't settle, like T said. He didn't settle. He was taking it to the rack. He was attacking. When he got his chances, and that's a good look going forward, fellas. That's a good look.
Yeah, it's definitely a good sign.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely agree.
Let's get to the comments here. Let's see here. Oh, that's my pops. What's up? Yeah, that's my pop right there. Devo played defense. They look lost. Yeah, they did look lost tonight.
Yeah,
We got to give them some time, Pop. We got to give them some time. Like we mentioned.
Oh man,
You
don't
know,
bring him up.
like we mentioned, we got. And then what's funny, Ray? I just peeped what you had in the background. You got Devo in the background. You're mourning, brother. You're mourning.
Oh man, oh man.
See, you
I
probably
ain't gonna
triggered my
lie.
house with that in the background, bro. You triggered him, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, man. When the trade went down, I felt okay, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. As I was watching this game, I think today it finally hit me. I really missed DiVincenzo, man. I
Oh
really
yeah,
do.
yeah.
You
Listen,
know, this was somebody who he really made a mark on our team last season. You know, this is a guy that, you know, he first started off the bench and he earned his position in the starting lineup. You know, this is the guy, he was a two-way play for us. You know, this is the guy that he was
big
aggressive, he
Ragu.
was toughness, and you know, he
He
like
wasn't.
his that type of player, he was the epitome of New York basketball. And it's a white boy, you know, and so it's listen, man, it hit me tonight. I ain't gonna front. It really did hit me tonight. I really miss him. I really miss
No
him. You
doubt.
know, I was telling other guys that, if he could find a way to just self-sabotage himself in Minnesota and just find his way back to New York, man, that would be great.
And don't sleep on that happening that
Yeah, right.
eventually he will return. I definitely see him
Yeah.
returning to the Knicks in the future if, he finds a way out of there or whatever. I could see that for sure. But listen, we all know what Ragu meant to this team last year. You know what I'm
He
saying?
didn't want to go to Minnesota.
And he didn't
You
want to
could
go.
tell.
As we
Yeah.
saw how he was beefing with the Knick bench the other night in the preseason.
Even
He
yeah,
never wanted
even
to leave, man. We all know it. And the Knicks, let's be honest, the Knicks didn't want to send him in that pack. They didn't want
nah,
to throw him. It took a
I
while
don't.
for them to give in and give them Devo just to make this town straight. Apparently, with reports that were saying that they wanted him for a while, and the Knicks kept resisting, saying no, 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 until they
Mhm,
finally gave in after shocker, Mr.
mhm.
Glass, Mitch Robinson with his injury kind of pushed that over the line. Okay, it is what it
Exactly.
is.
And
We could
I don't
think.
know if I don't know if y'all watched the the introduction, the Minnesota introduction when he before the season. Yo, DiVincenzo, you can see it in his face. He was tight. He did not want to
Oh
be
yeah,
there.
he was tight, man. He came back
Yeah.
with purpose that day. He was like, "Hey, man, listen, I want to let y'all know I didn't want to leave." And then we all know the Garden spin. They throwing some stuff out there about how he wasn't happy with his role with Bridges. We know how the
Hmm.
Garden do that
Yeah, they was
nonsense.
trying to justify the
So
trade.
so that's why I wasn't even mad at him when he reacted the way he reacted. T, it's on you. You gotta. I know you was trying to say
No,
something.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no. You good. You good. You good.
Yeah. So listen, we all didn't want to see Devo go, but it was a trade that had to be made, man. It just is what it is. The Knicks are going for it, and this was their way to do it. So let's just hope eventually we could find a replacement for him because his role was going to be off the bench. That was going to be his role.
Yep. Yep.
Devo, he would have still
Yep.
been on this team. So if
Definitely the
we
sixth
just
man.
have to look at it from that point of view, in a vacuum, we got to look at it in a vacuum. We have to find a scoring play, a shooter who can pick up the slack that Devo would have gave us in his role. You know
Well,
what I'm
Big
saying?
facts.
right.
Deuce is that dude. I thought Deuce was going to be that guy anyway, but I think we need another guy also to help him out, so that way we're not so reliant on Deuce having to carry that load every night. I don't think Josh Hart is that kind of player that he's going to be a scoring maven off the bench like that. Even if they
Mhm.
sent him to the bench, like we talked about a few minutes ago, he's more of the team player, all around game, hit big shots, play defense. Defensive versatility as far as guarding different positions. That's what Josh Hart is. Hustle, all of that. So we need another scorer, and that's why I think they're looking at some players right now in the free agency pool to see if they can replace some shooting there.
Definitely. Listen, man, definitely when it comes to basketball, you got what is called the eye test and you got what's called, analytics. I'm not
Yeah,
really a fan of analytics like that, but um it's pretty crazy how I'm looking at the stats right now. It really didn't feel like Mikal Bridges shot 7 for 13.
no,
I,
because it was such
it,
a struggle early. It was a struggle, and he got better in the second half. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that before
yeah.
before we do. Let me just get Blaze comments in. OG should have been on Tatum. Bridges was getting cooked. Wing stopped looking like a drive-through. Yeah, yeah, it was. It was. And like we said, you got to give these guys some time, but they definitely got cooked tonight. I mean,
Mhm.
but to be fair, the Celtics would have cooked anybody tonight the way they shot tonight.
The way how they
You
was
know,
playing, yeah.
nobody would have been able to cut them out. They could have threw Dennis Rodman out there. They could have threw, you know, the top defensive players in the history of basketball. The way they shot tonight, it wasn't going to happen. So hopefully they'll learn from that and go forward. But like you said, it didn't feel like Bridges shot 7 for 13 tonight because it's such a brutal start. I mean, let's be honest. He was awful in the first half. He was terrible. And that and before we continue, because I know, Ray, you got some strong words about this. T, I know you're gonna chime in, but let me just get this out the way now. Mikal Bridges, listen to me, fam. Ditch the new shot release point that you're doing. Get rid of it. It's not working, brother. Go be you. Be you. Do what got you to the dance today. Don't start reinventing the wheel now that you put the Knicks uniform on. You should have did that in Brooklyn. Don't do that now. Be who you are. Go back to what's comfortable for you, man. Well, you know what I mean. But like his shot release point is a hitch in it. It's just, and he's been talking about how he's changing his shot. Man, it is what it is. How many years in the league? Just do what you did most of your career. At least the shot was going in. You know what I'm saying? It was going in at least. I'm not a fan of that. Just be you. I'm gonna let you guys take it from here, man. But that just had to get that out of my system, bro.
Yeah, I think with Bridges, from what he was saying from reports, that he's been trying to change his shot.
Yeah,
since college, you know, so it's something that he's been struggling with for a while. So
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, like Ray, I remember Ray when RJ Barrett was going through his struggles. He's like, "Yo, he need to go see Lethal Shoot." I remember you kept tweeting.
Yeah.
What happened?
I remember that.
You know, RJ. You know, when he came back last season, the beginning of the season, he was killing, but then he got injured, and then when he came back from injury, he wasn't as good. And then next thing you know, he got his ass out. You know, they traded his ass out.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? But I think he needs to, you know, get with Lethal Shooter or get with one of these great shooting coaches. I'm sure he is, but you know, we really don't know. But
Lethal
Shooter, who's like a hot commodity right now.
Right. I just feel like, and not to cut you off, T. I just feel like don't try doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you do that in the off season? Like, I didn't hear about none of this until the preseason. They just started talking about, oh well, he's been like experimenting with a different shot. I mean, maybe I missed something. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know.
You know, I play ball. So, and one thing that was, I will honestly say that is, you know, a qualification for me is that I know how to shoot the ball very well. So what I even pointed out to you guys, even in the group chat that we have, is that it's not so much of the form, right? Because when you're shooting the ball, you want to release the ball. Like the way how you want to release the ball is that you want to release the ball while your foot is still off the ground. So it's like he's coming down and he's releasing it. It don't matter how nice your form is, it's gonna alter your shot every single time. And that's exactly what he's doing. So I don't know if somebody told him that in the locker room, because the second half he changed that shit up.
Yeah,
it looked like he went back to the way he was shooting last year. In my opinion, the release, right?
It's a mechanism thing, man. It's like it don't matter how nice your form is, bro. Your legs, the way how you release, that means a lot because that's gonna help you alter your shot. It's gonna make you, I'm saying, it's gonna make you follow through the shot better. So the fact that, you know, as I was pointing out in the beginning, he was releasing the ball on the way coming down. You're gonna miss every time. You're gonna miss every time. It don't matter. You're gonna miss all the time. So I don't know who got his ass in that locker room. He came out and he could have missed.
Yeah, I mean, he played much better in the second half, man. He was more aggressive. The confidence going, and he started taking the shot.
Right. So listen, I hope whoever held him accountable. I appreciate you. And listen,
For
I
real.
guess he,
For
I
real,
guess
bro.
he really got to learn from it, man. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I understand you're
Oh,
trying to get
man.
better with your shot, but your whole mechanics is off. It's
Yeah.
either that I understand you want to change it, but if you're gonna change it, like you gotta work on it better because it's still off. It's off. It's off. It's off. I can't stress this shit enough.
Yeah,
But
no doubt about it.
um, listen, like look at Deuce. It's a whole different player. He changed his whole jump shot. I remember when he came to the league. Every time he released the ball, I was telling everybody, yo, he's off. He's off. He's missing. He's just because the way he used to release the ball on the way coming down, he used to release the ball. I'm like, you're gonna miss every time.
Yep.
Now he changed his whole stance. He's
Mm.
releasing the ball while he's in the air still. It's water every time. The guy
So
can't miss.
since we putting a little education to the fans out there about shooting wise,
Mhm.
my counter to that is, do you think the hitch in that release point is causing the dysfunction with him being off the ground while he releases? Because
Yeah,
the timing mechanism of it, you know what I mean?
it's gonna cause a glitch every single time, like I pointed
Yeah,
out before,
yeah.
because it's like when your foot is coming down and you just now releasing it, first of all, it's a late release. So when you're releasing it, bro, it don't matter how you follow through. You coming down is gonna alter your shot. So um once again, like the second half, I don't know what was said to him, but he straightened that up quick. So
Yeah.
we
Thank
can't.
God.
Listen, I take this as I hope this is a learning lesson, and I feel like moving forward with 81 games left, we don't have a repeat of what happened in that first half. But at the end of the day, I could go in on Mikal Bridges, but it's the first game. I'm not gonna go
First game.
crazy. I
Yeah,
don't.
we'll
You know
give
what I'm
these
saying?
guys.
I usually evaluate every single team All-Star weekend.
Yeah,
So
for
I ain't
sure.
gonna get crazy. I ain't going. I know Twitter's on fire right now. Um, I'm not gonna pay no mind to it.
Yeah, you
So
already know. You already know.
yeah,
Kings on you, bro. What you got to counter to that, man?
Oh, with Mikel, like you said, like he just gotta find his niche.
hmm
And he's got to find his niche, and what Ray said. Work on his mechanics and his shot. But
Yeah,
to be doing it now, whatever. He has.
yeah. Just
Hopefully he'll get it together real soon. You know,
hmm
and I think part of it is also mental. It will start messing with him if he continues to shoot
hmm
that.
hmm
Hope
look at this. Look at Eric's comment. Social media said Bridges shot looking like Bill Cartwright. Yo,
he better not read social media because that'll really get to him.
I'm telling you, that man's confidence looked shot in the first half, but it got going in the second half. So let's hope. Let's hope that this is something going forward. He'll be fine and figure it out because there's just so much not to not like about what we saw, what we've been seeing in the preseason with his shot issue or with his shot release. Just be you, fam. Be you. Do what has gotten you to this point, man. Don't start reinventing the wheel because
Yeah.
we ain't got time for that right now. It's this these games count now, bro.
And it's crazy because I forgot what I was watching.
hmm
It was like stuff like this happens to NBA players or professional basketball players. The same thing happened to Markel Fruits. What's his name? Fruits.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And remember, he was good in college. We remember he was. When he first came out, he was a number one pick.
The
He's a
number
number.
one prospect. Yeah.
yep, no doubt about it.
And it's sad because nobody picked him up over the summer. He's still a free agent.
And
Yeah,
Um,
his shot, like
I,
he was shooting regular before, but some reason I think when he had that surgery, it was almost like the way he was shooting. It was almost like he was like shooting like a big heavy ass bag and just like throwing it.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
no doubt about it.
You
But
know,
I
Crazy.
think, and I know this is a Knicks broadcast, but um, if I can add, like I think with him not being signed this season, I low key feel like there's politics involved, and I wonder what that is because there's no reason why nobody didn't scoop him up over the summertime. He's still a free agent right now.
Yeah, it is kind of
Crazy.
strange. You would think somebody would at least got him an invite in the camp or something. I don't know what's going on.
No invites, no nothing.
Nothing. I don't
That's
get that
strange.
either. Maybe, hopefully, it's not something in the medicals or anything like that,
Mm,
or
right.
whatever, because of his history with that. But hopefully, he'll get back on. He'll get back on the job soon. Eric also says, y'all think Deuce can fill the Devo void? I definitely think he can,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
of the role. Like we said, last year he started, so it was a different role for him. He was expected to be, when Randall was out, the number two. Let's be honest, like he was the second scorer on the squad last year in the starting five that everyone leaned on. Whenever Brunson, the rare games, either he was off in those rare games or when he was on the bench, Devo picked up the scoring. He was the wingman for Brunson.
Yeah.
In a lot of games last year when Randall was injured, and then OG missed some time and so forth. So yeah, I think based because of the role he was going to have with this team coming as the sixth man, I definitely think Deuce can definitely fill Devo void.
Yeah, if you remember, even when last season when Randall just got injured with the dislocated shoulder, we went small ball. I believe I believe we had Jalen Brunson, Devin Sanjo. I believe he was playing the three. We had Deuce playing the two.
Right.
Um, we was playing small ball, and we was winning a lot of games playing small ball, believe it or not. You know, depending on certain matchups, we'll go back to, having size in the lineup and whatnot. But it really
Yeah,
benefited because listen, Deuce, he's another solid two-way player. The guy, he gets after it. He
absolutely.
plays, he's a scrappy player. And
Fearless
listen,
defense. Fearless.
yeah, and
Love that
and
shit,
it,
man.
and the big thing with him is his jump shot tremendously improved. If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken, I don't have the exact numbers on me, but I may be in the right ballpark. I believe he averaged around 42% shooting from 3-point percentage last year.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And right, and
No, you nailed
today
it. It
he's,
is 42%.
yeah,
You nailed it.
I nailed it. I got it right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Mhm.
And today, once again, he shot 4 for 5. So this guy, he became a sharp shooter. This is the improvement and the leap that he made while he been in New York. And excuse me, and this is what you want to develop. And this is something that the Knicks didn't have in previous years, developing the youth, having continuity. I couldn't stress this enough. I said this many times in our group chat. Continuity, 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 continuity.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about
If we establish that this team will go places, we've seen how we have basically, when Randall came in 2019, we had the same team for about 5 years now, and look what it got us
it.
because
Yep.
we were patient, we developed our youth, and now we're a contender, you know.
That's right.
And
That's
this is
right.
how this is how you want to establish an organization because now, if you look at if you look at all the contracts that we have, everybody is on board for the next 4 or 5 years. So that
Yep.
goes to tell you that we're gonna be
And a
competitive for a
young core
while.
at that. A
Right.
young core. This
So
isn't like a over 33-year-old aging stars here. They're gonna be here a few years, man.
they're
Um,
gonna be here for a while,
yeah, no doubt about
whether we make a couple of tweaks here and there, but pretty
it.
much
Yeah,
the core is gonna be around for a
this
minute.
is the core. Yep, yeah. T, it's on you. You got anything to add, brother?
No. Good. Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Ray
yeah,
just. Yeah. He just hit it on the target. So.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, man. Big task at hand. What's goody, bro? How you feeling out there? Therapy session for Knick fans tonight. Yeah, sort of a therapy session, sort of. It's guys, it's game one. We're gonna be fine. It's game one, guys. We're gonna be fine. We just gotta give us some time. Give the team some time, man. Also, big task at hand. LOL. Salute Mikal Bridges. Did ditch his new shot. He finished 7 of 13. Yeah, man. Like I know what I saw, and I know we all saw. It seemed like the release point was different. The shot was different. And like Ray said, maybe somebody went in there in that locker room at halftime and held him accountable. Like, dude, stop it. To be you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, it's not working, bro. Work on that another time. Right now, we'll do that in practice. But right now, listen, we need to get some points out here. We need you going. Like, you're better than this. You're better player than this. Let's go. And as the second half went on, you saw the confidence little by little started to get better with him. And he got a little more aggressive, a little more confident. So let's just hope he takes that into the next game, man.
Agreed.
I need to see more from OG.
Oh, yeah.
He shot 1 for 7, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that 1 for 7 shit. I wasn't either. You're right about T. Yeah, go ahead, T. Let it be known what you want to see from OG.
Man, I mean, he has to step it up. This guy is the highest paid Knicks player. He's getting paid $212 million. Screw all the analytical shit. Like, you know me, I'm anti-analytics. You know what I'm saying? You know, he needs to put the ball on the floor. Like, and it's not like he doesn't have a bag. He has a bag, you know, but they just want to, limit him just a 3-point in the corner knockdown shooter. But no, he's gonna have to, put the ball on the floor. You want to see him, in certain situations in which he's posting up a player because he has it in him. You know, so I need this. They need to call more plays for him as well. Like, he should be the third option. You paying that guy. I don't like the pocket watch. But you pay him. He's the highest paid player on the Knicks team.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes. I totally agree with you, T. This man, OG, has the talent to make this a big three.
Yeah, okay? Exactly. He does.
He's got the talent. I need aggressive OG. I need the confident, aggressive OG that we saw last year when in the playoffs started and they called his name and he did what he had to do. I need to see that jump because he, like you said, he's getting paid way too much money, man. Way too much money to just kind of settle and just be one. No, you got to be out there and improve. He's got that Kawhi Leonard in his bag.
Yeah.
He just has to hone it and be aggressive and work at saying, this is who I want to be.
Yeah,
exactly. This is who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Because he's got that kind of talent. He's got that kind of talent. You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with you, bro. I'm glad you brought that up tonight, man.
And I think that was like one of the reasons why he wanted to leave Toronto, because he just felt like he was pigeonholed into this being like this 3-and-D knockdown shooter. He wanted to leave Toronto and go to another team to, expand his, role, but it really expanded his pockets.
For sure. Yeah.
Really got paid because when he came to the Knicks, our record was good with him in the lineup. But, like I said before, it's like, this guy's the highest paid player on the team. He should be the third option. You already know Jalen Brunson's the first. Second is Cat, and he should be the third.
Absolutely. And I know everybody jumped on how Bridges that. To me, when we made the trade for Bridges and we brought OG back, I was always looking at OG as the third guy. That just me, you know what I'm saying, especially for the money he got. And I just think his overall talent and his bag has potential, I should say. The Knicks paid him for potential. Let's be honest. They're projecting him to be this player that we expect him to be.
Yeah.
And it's up to him to do it, man.
Yeah. Even if he's giving us 18 points.
No, I'm good with that.
I'm good with 18 points, maybe 5 rebounds, 3 steals, whatever. Yeah. I'm good with that, but I can't be seeing 4 points.
Nah.
From this guy. Like,
not at all.
4
not
points.
At all. As a third scorer, you giving me 18 a game
on the team,
knockdown D. I'm taking that, man.
Nah, highest play on the team, averaging 4 points. Nah, that's
not no. Ray, it's on you. You got something to add to that?
Yeah, man. Not so much on his contract because at the end of the day, if you remember back in the offseason, he was projected to get a max offer no matter what. If it wasn't from us, he was going to get it from Philadelphia, according to reports. They wanted him.
Right.
So you gotta go what the market is dictating.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Like you guys said, you guys pretty much hit it on the head. He should be the third option. definitely on the offensive end. He definitely had he definitely had the tools in the bag for it.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I think tonight he took a lot of bad shots.
Hmm.
The spacing was off. Once
Yeah,
again, this is a brand new team, so
mhm,
there's going to be some malfunction when it comes to spacing.
Yeah.
I even seen Jalen Brunson stuttering here and there. This is a everything is brand new to these guys. Um, I think once we fix those issues, we will see a better productive OG Anunoby as well as Mikal Bridges. Well, Mikal Bridges more so like the shooting mechanics for him, but
right,
you
right.
know, but I will say he has he got burnt on defense, but I'm pretty confident he's gonna clean that up. But yeah, OG, I agree. 1 for 7, we can't have those. Can't
No,
have that.
no.
So
Especially when you step up in weight class against a team like Boston, you can't have that, man.
yeah,
You gotta pull
yeah,
your weight. I mean, we would wing stop this that. We expect a certain level of play from OG and Bridges going forward because that's the way this team is built around Brunson and Towns. So
yeah.
1 for 7 is not going to cut it,
It's not gonna cut it at
We
all.
got,
I agree.
yeah,
and he'll be
we got
better.
to
He
make,
will. He'll get better.
yeah, we got to make like those players right there. They're key because you know what? They got to make the defense work. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? They got to
Yes.
make other opposing players respect them. So
Yes.
hopefully they could get it together. Bridges find
Yeah.
a shot, and OG.
I'm sorry to cut you off, T. I just wish we just matched the tenacity on the defensive end.
Mhm.
These guys, they were pumped. They were pumped.
It felt
And
like preseason mode in a way. It felt like they
yeah,
still had
and
preseason legs out there. The intensity wasn't
right.
there. It was kind of like,
And
yeah,
if you notice, due to recent NBA memory, like using on ceremony night, ring ceremony, the team, the defending champs, they usually
Lose, yeah. They
when they're
come.
playing, yeah, they be emotional. They still not over it,
yeah,
and they be off. But this team was on it as soon as the ball tipped off.
yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
they were making shots before tip off. That's how much the shots was going in. Like they were shooting
I
cash money from the fucking bus. It was crazy,
I
bro.
get it. I get it. This as a defending champs, these guys face a lot of criticism. You had, once again with the Olympics and with the recent moves that the Knicks have made, a lot of people was, they were saying like, oh yeah, the Knicks they're gonna dethrone the Boston Celtics. So hearing all of that chatter, it just filled their gas tank.
No
So
doubt about it. No doubt about
today was their night. I'm gonna tip my hat off to them. These are the defending champs. They played their game, shooting the three, and they just couldn't miss. So, we played them 3 more times. Hopefully, we can make some changes next time when we meet them.
Yep, and we'll both be different teams at that time. As God willing, we're healthy, and they are. We'll have our opportunities. This was just one of those nights that it wasn't going to be the night. That's all.
Yeah,
And the Knicks
right.
have some work to do, and it's going to take a little while to see what this team can be. And I'm confident they'll get there. Clifford Clerval says, "I miss Devo, but he was on his fourth different team in 4 years. I don't think it was a fluke, but he made the most out of his expanded role." Also, Cliff says, "I think with Devo, we have to remind ourselves not to fall too in love with career role players. Cat in a question mark, but an upgrade. Cost of doing business." Yeah, listen, when you make trades for star players, especially at his age of Towns, you got to
Gotta
give
give
to
it
get.
that.
You got to give to
Mhm.
get. Now, I
Mhm.
also think Randall's injury also played a part of us having to also give up Devo because it couldn't have been a one-on-one because they're like, hey, because I think the original offers were, from what I read, was they were trying to offer Mitch and Randall,
Mitch
and they
and
balked
Randall.
at that.
Mhm.
Yeah, they balked at that because they're like, you're trying to give us 200 players, like
Even,
200
Yeah,
players. Like, who? I'm not taking that. You
but,
can't blame them for that.
but do they really need Mitchell Robinson when they have French?
I
You get
think something, T. That's a good question you asked that. But I think, in a way, I think if they would have gotten Mitch in that deal, they would have probably tried to move Gobert. I really do, because they have a lot of problems with their
I
ownership
doubt
money
it.
and all of that.
Nah, hell, nah.
I doubt it. I
Think
doubt it,
so?
dude.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Nah. They
For a broken goods Mitchell Robinson? Oh hell no.
not for Mitchell Robinson. They gave up too much for him, man. They gave up 7 picks for this guy. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they're
Yeah,
not.
that's true
And
too. That is a good point.
Yeah.
he just agreed to a 3-year extension. I don't know if you guys caught it, but it just literally
Oh, he
happened
did?
like
Oh
an
no, I
hour
wasn't
ago.
aware of that.
Who just?
Gobert?
Gobert?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
even
they
know that
talking.
either.
Check the
So I think
feeds.
all
Check
that
the
back
feeds.
then. Shit.
Listen, man.
It happened today.
It happened. Listen, man. I be on my Adrian Wojnarowski flow, man. I get
Yes, sir.
put updates on my phone constantly, so I be on it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, I believe you, Ray. I just
No,
didn't catch that news.
this shit happened an hour ago.
I told you.
What?
I
An
told you.
hour ago?
Yo,
Oh man, call my guy Ray Shams, baby.
he
I told
already
you.
got like 200 mil. Goldberg Wolves
man.
agreed to a 3-year, $160 million contract extension.
Jesus Christ.
So
They
he's gonna
just love giving out money.
Oh yeah.
Well, listen, I take all that back then. See, I wasn't aware of that. So, hey, listen, so they never were interested in Mitch. That would have been a stupid move for them anyway. You're
Yeah,
bringing in
man.
2
I
injured
mean,
players coming off surgeries. It would have been. How you going to sell that to your fan base? You're trading away one of your best players coming off a Western Conference Finals appearance. That would have been tough. So
this is somebody who's coming back from
yeah,
a dislocated shoulder. So the Knicks
yeah.
they had a sweet in the pot.
And not yeah, absolutely. And they, and Devo was collateral damage, unfortunately. It just is what it is. I do believe but that's a trade you have to make because Towns' age, what he brings to the table, he's an all
in his
NBA
prime.
caliber player at the 5-4 position, whatever way you want to put him there, you have to make that trade. You can't hold off a trade for a star player for a role play. You just can't do it. You got to make that move.
Agreed.
And the Knicks did the right thing. They're going for it, as they should. Remember, guys, it's been a few years. We started it with the draft with RJ and all of that. Randall got here. Brunson is taking the leap. So now they have to take advantage of the fact that he is in his prime years and the fact that he gave a discount contract. So they have to take advantage of this. They had to make that move. No doubt about it. The Man Cave. What's goody, bro? Salute, my brother. Yo, what's good, Born for Sports? My guy, what's good, fans? Smash that like button, subscribe, and share. It's only open tonight. We will be all right. That's right. Man Cave's my guy. For those out there who don't know, go subscribe to that man's channel, man. This guy has good information. You'll definitely learn something in all sports facts. He's a big Duke fan, big Giants fan. And, he's real good with what he does, man. Y'all go out there, go subscribe to that man's channel. Shout out to the Man Cave. Salute to you, brother. Clover also says T views at analytics the way my 5% of friends view pork. Yeah, I hear that hot shit. I hear that. Yeah. T ain't in on that analytical shit, but that's what makes him key because see, he goes with what he sees, the eye test, and the gut, the heart. So for those out there new to this channel and new to this show, you're gonna learn something talking to all 3 of my guys here, man. All 3 guys here. That's right.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think I might have spoken to existence, man. I'm looking at the numbers right now. Dante only got 2 points, and he's 0 for 4 from 3-point.
Opening night.
What Cliff said.
0 for 4 for 3-point, and he's 1 for 6 field goals. Oh snap! Listen, man, keep that up. Keep that up. You're gonna be better.
Yeah, that'll make us feel a little better.
That's it.
At least for one night, right? Also, big task at hand says Devo and Randall are not playing well tonight. Oh, you see, he was just trying to tell us the same thing. Devo and Randall are not playing well tonight, so maybe that can bring some justification to the trade. Well, it's a long way to go. I think the trade's already justified, unless Minnesota wins an NBA title. You're not going to tell me that this wasn't a good trade for the Knicks. I'm just not there. unless Towns is just becomes a terrible player and whatever. I don't see that. So hey, and we talked about this when the trade happened when we did our show. This is a trade that potentially is going to be good for both teams. It's not going to be a one-sided thing. Both teams are going to actually prosper from this trade. And God knows, speak it into existence. Maybe we can actually play them in the NBA Finals and have both teams have some buzz and some juice on that. It'll be great, man. No doubt about it.
Definitely great for basketball.
That would be dope.
Yes, sir.
That
yes,
would
sir.
be
So
dope.
listen, guys, so that's going to wrap up today's show. But before we do, let me just give a little message out there, and we are all saying this message at unison. We will be fine, Knicks fans. Give them time. It's one game. It's one game, okay? Yes, it wasn't fun to look at, but it's one game. That is the defending champions out there. Those are not the Charlotte Hornets that did that to the Knicks, okay? That's not, you know what I mean? Like it's not a bottom feeder team, the Chicago, but it's not one of those teams. It's the champion, the world champion Boston Celtics, and ring night in their building. Let's calm down, guys. Let's just let it be. You got to give this team some time, okay? Give them some time. We will be fine. I've said it from the beginning. We all feel good about this team going forward, the future of the Knicks. I feel like the Knicks are definitely contenders this year, but we gotta let the meal cook. We gotta let it cook. Let's get there, okay? Let's not get crazy out there. It's one game because we all know we go out there and win and our home opener against Indiana. We're gonna feel a lot different than we do tonight.
Big time.
Yeah.
So, like you said, we just gotta put this game behind us. It's gonna be a long season. So hopefully we learn from this game, and we won't see any repeats of that. But once again, this team, they're gonna have to go through some growing pains. It's gonna establish character, it's gonna establish chemistry. These guys have to get, they have to fill each other out, pause. But it needs to happen. This is not NBA 2K where you just automatic, you just going crazy. It doesn't work like that. These guys have to get to know each other. They're gonna have to make the mistakes, and
exactly.
And it's just real shit. So listen, man, I still believe our Knicks is a top 3 team in the East. I feel like they can be either number 1 or number 2. And we're just gonna go from there. No need to panic.
Absolutely. T, you got anything to add there?
Nah. Well, non-Knicks related. I got the Lakers and the Timberwolves in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Bronny and LeBron's first game together. So, despite all the criticism that that in the backlash they've been getting, it's good to see them on the court. So
shout out to history being made tonight. Something we will never see, I don't think ever. Yeah. So let's call it for what it is. We're never gonna see a father and son situation like that probably ever happen in the NBA. So shout out to LeBron and Bronny making that happen. And wish him luck. He's a kid. I didn't like how people were trying to combat at the kid, all that for getting drafted there. That was unfair. Okay. Let the kid develop. People judging him in freaking summer league, all that nonsense. Just hating on the kid just because of who his father is. Let's be honest. Yeah. If his father wasn't LeBron James, and nobody would be doing that to that kid like that. Right, so they channeling that hate towards LeBron by attacking his son. I wasn't feeling none of that. As a father, as a man, I can't respect that. No matter how you feel about a kid as a player, you don't do shit like that. So shout out to LeBron and Bronny making history tonight.
Mm-hmm. If you're an individual that you're hating on nepotism, you're very sick.
Yeah.
Pretty weak, bro. You want to provide for your child. You want to put him in the best position as possible. Mm-hmm. And it's great to see even as a father, it's a great thing. I ain't gonna front. I shed a thug tear when I seen the pictures of them on the court together and everything.
No doubt.
You know,
I mean,
it's
I mean, what father wouldn't want to do something like that?
exactly.
And if anyone out there saying otherwise, they're fucking lying. They're lying.
Mhm,
That is something
mhm.
that is a cherishable moment that is a bond between your child. Can nobody tell me that they wouldn't want that to happen with their child? So for those out there that was hating, screw all of y'all, man. Stop that nonsense, man. Stop hating on that kid. He don't deserve none of that, man.
Definitely,
Real.
definitely.
All right, so that's going to wrap up today's show.
Mhm.
Thanks for joining us. Before we go, this is the OG Nick Fan Show. I would advise you to tune in because we're going to really be talking the real Knicks talk. Just come stop by the channel.
Mhm.
We will be live every time, and I'm telling you, you ain't going to want to miss it, y'all. YouTube circles out there. Let's go Knicks, baby. If you're a Knicks fan, you come stop by this channel, the OG Nick Fan Show, where the show that Knicks fans relate to, and hey, the platform is yours. You say whatever you want, whatever you're feeling, whether it's a therapy session or whether it's jubilation. You could stop by here and talk with us. We're gonna give you the real, and because you know why? We OG Knicks fans. We've been through the good, we've been through the bad, and there's been a whole lot of bad. But guess what? We in a good time now. So come join us. Come stop through. It's a beautiful thing. And also for those out there, I would appreciate anyone that's watched this show, like and subscribe to this channel, Born for Sports. I talk it all. I talk Giants. I talk Knicks, Mets, whatever topic in New York sports you want to talk about. Hey, we do it, man. We do it big. And now that the Knicks are back, we will be doing it bigger. Keep tuning in. Stay tuned. Any closing words with y'all?
Let's get this dub on Friday. On our
Yes,
home.
sir.
I mean, hopefully, we show up and show out.
Yes, sir. Let's get those Indiana Pacers. I hate those bastards. I swear to God. I can't stand them. Halliburton's funny looking face, always smiling with his front running ass. Let's go get him and go get this dub on what is it, Friday night. Let's go get this home opener win.
Horace Milkman.
For sure. So listen, like and subscribe to Born for Sports. We are out. Let's go Knicks.